For the most part of this film, I kept thinking, why is Idina Menzel in this film, apart from being in the first one? And then this song comes in, and I'm like, there it is. It only took us 15 years and the creation of an entire streaming service, but Disenchanted is finally on Disney Plus today, where we meet back up with all our favorite friends from Andalasia and with Giselle, who has become disillusioned with life in the city. She feels out of place and has grown frustrated that her fairy tale ending hasn't been so easy to find. But after her ever-growing family moves to the suburban community of Monroeville, Giselle turns to the magic of Andalasia for help, accidentally transforming the entire town into a real-life fairy tale and placing her family's future and happiness in jeopardy. Giselle must race against time to reverse the spell and find out what happily ever after truly means for her and her family. The original Enchanted is just one of those magical Disney films that everyone loves. The whimsy, the magic, no pun intended, the tropes, how it celebrates them and twists them around, they're all there. I don't know of anyone that doesn't enjoy that film. So everyone has been begging for this sequel for 15 years. And was the wait worth it? Not necessarily. While this is a worthwhile family fable, playful, breezy, light, at first you can't help but be happy to be back with these characters, but you keep wondering in the back of your mind, why are we here? At first it's just a lot of member berries. But once the spell is cast, it doesn't just lazily attempt to repackage the formula of the original. It actually does something new. It explores the characters in a different way. It deconstructs them and their values and beliefs in this fabled happily ever after. And we actually explore beyond the ending of the original, so it feels like a natural extension. But while it doesn't feel as grand, as magical, it's much more fun to watch. This is actually a really funny movie where the comedy really hits 90% of the time. It's poking fun at itself and at the very fact that it's kind of deconstructing everything that the characters wanted or thought they wanted from the original. Plus, you got so many of the elements that made the original special. The musical numbers are fabulous. The songs are classic Menken music, and there's two in particular that stand out. One of them, a wickedly fun duet between the glorious Amy Adams and Maya Rudolph, and another, an absolute belter by Idina Menzel. For the most part of this film, I kept thinking, why is Idina Menzel in this film, apart from being in the first one? And then this song comes in, and I'm like, there it is. There's the song that only Idina Menzel could sing. But even apart from the musical numbers, this is one funny film with sharp humor throughout, whether that is in the story, the humor that it brings across, poking fun at fairy tales, or even in the characterizations. Patrick Dempsey's Robert is much more interesting in this film with what he has to do once he's brought to fairy tale land, where he just tries to be the bravest knight he can be. And obviously, Amy Adams as Giselle. She is an utter joy to watch and has not missed a step in playing this infectiously charming character in Giselle, who this time around gets to emotionally bounce back and forth a lot, not just with herself as she begins to develop this wicked stepmother personality as she brings the fairy tale world to life, but also with the always energized Maya Rudolph. The two just tear up the screen together. It's such a good pairing, and I just wish I could have spent more time with these two going at it. And that's really the film's biggest strength. The charm, the charisma, the wit that we know all of them can bring, whether it is the returning characters or the brand new ones. Apart from Maya Rudolph, none of the new characters feel as interesting or that they have the proper time to be more fleshed out, and that's because through the bulk of the second act, the film can feel quite busy. There are so many subplots introduced, and you establish so much by transforming the real world into a fairy tale land, it can feel somewhat disjointed because to establish this new world, it has to repeatedly introduce characters and explore their individual subplots. So not all of the story threads naturally come together in a satisfying way, and not all of these subplots feel like they're fleshed out enough. It can feel overstuffed even in a 2-hour runtime, which then doesn't leave us enough time to visit more of Andalasia and explore a little bit more of that world, bringing that 2D animation back to the screen. And because Disney doesn't do 2D animation anymore, it just felt like a breath of fresh air to see classically animated characters in that classic Disney design that brings back so many warm memories from the first Enchanted, but also from a time long past where Disney used to do these wonderful films with classic hand-drawn animation. So I just wanted more of Andalasia because it is such a focal point of the narrative in this one. But do not be disenchanted by my issues. I need you to start the conversation in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the original Enchanted? Are you excited for this one? And how do you rank the two? I have a feeling I know the answer, but I still want to know your thoughts. Anything and everything down there. And if you're enjoying this Disenchanted review, there's many more Disney and MCU, DCU, all kinds of movies I review here on the channel. So if you're enjoying this video, there's more for you to enjoy right up there. Or if you just love movies and TV, this is the place to be. So consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. While flawed, Disenchanted is lovely. It doesn't meet the overall excellence of the original, but it cleverly expands on and deconstructs its idea of happily ever after, with whimsy, wit, and the magic that made the original timeless. The songs are classic Menken, the production design and costumes wondrous, and Amy Adams is as dazzling as ever as Giselle. I'm giving Disenchanted a B-. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enchanted by that review. I know I hate myself too. I'm going to throw myself off a bridge. But now before I thank my channel members for always supporting the channel, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.